What is going on, folks? Breaking news on a Saturday afternoon. Chantilly, Virginia High School, class of 2022 defensive end Aiden Gobaira committed to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, the sixth pledge of this upcoming class for Notre Dame. Spoke to Gobert. Here's what he said about his commitment. Why not Notre Dame is the question, really. You have a great academic school that's in the top 20 in the country. You have a football program that was just in the college football playoff. It is the best of both worlds. There is a look at Mr. Gobaira, Notre Dame's newest pledge here, again in the 2022 class, ranked just outside of four-star status. We'll get into that a little bit with Adam Friedman, the regional recruiting analyst who covers Gobaira for Rivals.com. Guys, really getting into the commitment here. Here's a picture of Gobaira visiting campus earlier this week. And you can check out the video interview. We'll have this in the suggested box up here. So you can watch my video interview with him. He went to campus Monday night, arrived in South Bend, spent Tuesday getting a tour, a self-guided visit, just seeing campus, and then on Wednesday visited our South Bend blue and gold office to break down the visit. You know, on the way home, pondering it, committed to Notre Dame. Told the staff on I believe it was Friday, and announced his pledge here on Saturday. So big commitment again. That's number 6 in the class for Notre Dame. Pull up the commitment list so you guys can see the other commits. Ty Chan, offensive tackle. Tyson Ford, defensive end. Jack Nickel, big-time tight end from Georgia. Joey Tonona, offensive lineman from in-state. Nolan Ziegler, linebacker. These are all, in my opinion, really big gets for Notre Dame, whether you look at the rankings, the other offer list. I mean, Gobaira, Penn State, Virginia Tech, Virginia, a bunch of schools were in the mix for him. But he went ahead and locked in that early Notre Dame commitment. So let's hear from Rivals.com's Adam Friedman, break down some film and see what Notre Dame's really getting here. Bring it in, Adam Friedman, East Coast recruiting analyst for Rivals.com. You can check out his story breaking down Gobaira's commitment over at blueandgold.com. But we'll go ahead and watch Gobaira's sophomore tape here now. Adam, this is tape from 2019. Of course, Virginia did not have a season in the fall of 2020. His season starting up here soon. I believe he's starting practice this week. So what do you see on Gobaira's sophomore tape here?
Yeah, as a sophomore film, really liked it. He's a very athletic edge prospect. He can play with his hand in the ground. He has the athleticism and agility to play in space. I got to see him a little bit during the season, but my best look at him came in July at a camp over in Delaware, and he's really much bigger when you kind of walk up on him than he looks on film. On film, he looks pretty skinny and really just gets by on effort, but he's a lot bigger than he looks on film. He's also pretty technically advanced. He's got really good hand techniques. I like the way he sheds blockers. He plays stronger than he looks, and by now his strength has kind of caught up. He's about to 235 pounds, he told me now. So he's really getting up there. He's made use of this downtime from the pandemic, and he's kind of lived in the weight room a little bit. But I really like what his potential is. His ranking, he's a little underrated right now, I think. And I think the film from his junior season is going to prove me right in that he should probably move up. But I'm looking forward to seeing what his game has turned into now that he's had a whole nother extended off season to improve his game. We got that Notre Dame Futurecast in, once he finished up that visit this past week. We heard some good things coming out of that trip, and it proved us right today.
Yeah, so looking at his ranking here, this is a screen grab I took before he committed. So, of course, he's a Fighting Irish pledge now. Ranks as a high 3-star prospect, that 5.7 designation, just on the cusp of 4-star status, just really from what you'd seen previously. Number 26 weak side defensive end in the country, number 16 player in Virginia. What would you say his upside is? Just like how good do you think he can be, and what are you kind of expecting from him moving forward?
Yeah, he could really turn out to be a number of different things for this Notre Dame defense. It all depends on how he develops physically once he gets on campus. He was talking about how the coaches want to use him in more of a stand up edge role, which he does have the athleticism for, but he's already up to 235 pounds. And you're getting close to weighing out of that position. I think he could be 240, 250, 260 pounds before you know it. And at that point, you look at him more with his hand in the ground. You see on film how devastating a force he can be with his hand in the ground. He can get around the edge. He has the motor to chase down players. He can get to that quarterback, and it'll be interesting to see how he develops once this strength and conditioning staff can get a hold of him. He could end up being that strong side end. He could be maybe, if he really blows up in the weight room, maybe a 3-tech or something like that. But Notre Dame does a great job recruiting defensive linemen. So I think they'll try to keep him more on the edge once he gets on campus.
Really appreciate Adam Friedman breaking down Aiden Gobaira's film. That's going to do it for this video. Please, folks, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button before you get out of here to support our blueandgold.com YouTube page here. Subscribe to our channel for more content, and make sure to lock into blueandgold.com for all your Notre Dame athletics coverage.